darts. I'm just going to review a set of Stephen Bunting darts. These are the bullet darts from Target, just new out. This is the 23-gram version. I've been waiting for the bigger version for quite a while, so I did try this lighter versions before, but they were too light. They're a 90% tungsten dart. I got these from puredarts.co.uk. Cost £22, and you also get quite a lot of extras when you buy them. I think this is a special promotion that's on at the moment. With all the Target darts you get some extra Target goodies. Let's see what you've got here. You've got some Target flights, Manny Pacquiao flights, some flight protectors, a couple of Target Pro Grip shafts, pretty good shafts then. So I think that's what you get when you buy Target darts, you get that extra, but also Pure Darts are giving away a pack of items as well. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got 6 sets of shafts, 3 bags of spring clips. Yep, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sets of standard shaped flights. So I think there's about £12 or more worth extra, so it's a pretty good deal. These Stephen Bunting darts have got Nano Grip on them, which is something that Target have developed. Now if you look on the back of the packet, the grip itself is actually, I don't know if you can hear that, it's a kind of a rounded style of micro grip. If you look on the it's hard to say whether you can see that, but it tells you how fine it is there, but the edges of the grip are rounded. So that's what the Nano Grip is. With a 90% tungsten dart. It's made in China. I think a lot of the darts from Target are made in China now, and same as from other places. It comes with some, I think they're a short Pro Grip stem, and you've got your Stephen Bunting bullet flights. So that's your guarantee of the weight. It says 23.0 gram. You get a lifetime barrel guarantee, but you have to register the darts on the Target website. They're a nice looking, smoothish looking dart. Quite a nice shape to them. It just, I don't know how well you can see the shape because it's a bit awkward when the light's shining on it, but it's thicker at the front of the barrel and it tapers, so it's going to be front weighted. I don't feel as grippy as I was expecting though. I mean, I'm gripping it there, but I can feel the grip as I'm running my thumb along it, but it's not catching it or anything. There's a little bit of sweat on my grip now, but nothing, it's not catching at all. Oops, same with that one. It's catching that way, which seems strange. I don't know whether maybe it seems to be catching me more going that way than that way, which is kind of strange. It should have been the other way, I would have thought. But I thought they were going to be grippier than that. I thought they were going to be like I don't know, like a kind of a smaller version of micro grip. Anyway, I'll put a close up now so you can have a better look. Alright then, here's the close look at the Stephen Bunting 23 gram darts. You might be able to see the effect of the grip. I can't really tell from looking on the camera, but it's very, very fine. But some people say it's quite grippy, but to me, I just don't feel the grip at all. The only thing I can think of is that because I have quite deep finger ridges, maybe my grip is not working so well because it's just running over the top of the rounded like marks in the barrel. You probably can't hear that, but when I run my thumb over it, it kind of makes a noise, but you'll hear it when I do it with my nail. Almost like a file. It's filed off little bits of my nail. So you would think from hearing that it would be grippier, but if anything I find it quite slippy. So it's a nice shaped barrel though. It's got a lovely shape to it. And you got your sharp pro grip stems, and I think these are a standard shape, but I think there might be the new shape. I think they're called a number 6, like a smaller version of standard. So I'll put a detailed close look of the darts now with the measurements on. It's got a nice smooth nose on it as well. Alright then, here's the detailed look. Right, here's the detailed look at the Bunting 23 gram darts. It's got a 25mm point. There's a slight taper to the nose. It's 6.7mm long before it gets into the widest part of the barrel, which is around 6.99mm wide. As you move along to the barrel, just past the center point, it thins out to about 6.75mm, and then it continues to taper downwards slightly towards the shaft of 5.9mm wide. The overall length is 50.1mm. Alright, I'm just going to weigh the barrels, see how they compare. That says 23.1. That's 23.01. So that's 9/10 of a difference. And that's 23 exactly. So there's only between the lightest and the heaviest a 1/10 of a gram difference. That's where the full setup as it comes. That can't be right. 24.71 grams Make sure I've got that right. 24.71. Now I think these are probably going to be a front weighted dart. One thing I have noticed with them is when you put the point in at the back of the barrel, nearly the whole point almost goes in, so it's drilled out quite deep from the back. So this should be front weighted, plus the thicker on the front of the barrel. Let's weigh the back, measure the barrel. It's quite a bit longer than you think at 50.1 millimeters. This should be the widest part near the front. Probably about 7 millimeters there, somewhere around the front. .99, more or less 7 millimeters, and then it tapers as it goes to the back of the barrel. So like I say, it's a front weighted dart, so the balance point with nothing attached should be somewhere near the front. I think my table is probably not level. Yeah, just there, so it's pretty close to the front, so it's a front weighted barrel. With the short stems and the flight six, just moves it to the middle. Yep. So with the setup as it comes, then it moves the balance point to the middle of the barrel. Alright then, that's your Stephen Bunting 23 gram darts. Let's give them a throw and see how they go. Alright, then I'll just have a few throws with these Target Stephen Bunting 23 gram darts. Alright, on my first throw, I think these fly quite nice. They're I can feel that the weight of the dart suits my loopy kind of a throw, and you can tell they're front weighted, but I'm still a little bit disappointed with that grip. To be honest, I was expecting it to be like a kind of a fine micro grip, but if you get a little bit of sweat on your hands, it kind of just runs over the top, so it's not as grippy as I was expecting, but the darts seem to fly nice. I haven't got a clue how Steve Bunting manages to throw such light darts though. Must be a pretty good throw on him. These are really nicely balanced for me. I think these stems might be in between. I think they look a little bit too long to be short. I'll have to compare them with my other stems. I'm just curious to find out what they'll be like with a medium stem. I'm surprised most of the time the darts go in the 5s and they're in the 1s. There you go. I think these probably suit me because of my front style grip. I'm just gripping it around there, and it is a little bit thicker to grip at that point. And with me being a slightly loopy throw, these work best for me, I think, with them being that little bit front weighted. Probably gonna have to stop now because my wrist is hurting me. Anyway, I quite like these. They're a nice shape to the barrels, and they just suit me. They're nicely balanced. The back of the barrels are drilled out quite a long way, so they're obviously front weighted, as I've shown earlier. But the only thing I'm a little bit disappointed about is the grip. I was expecting it to be better, but I don't think it'll last very long, that grip. So it's going to be, well, it's almost like having a smooth dart anyway. I think what might have been better is if they put or if they come out with another version with the silica coating on, because usually I find the silica coating quite grippy in itself, and I think that would be perfect for these. Well, for me that is. I'm going to try throwing these later again with a medium stem, just to see what happens, and then I'll probably write in the review about how it works. But there you go, the Stephen Bunting bullet darts, 23 gram from Target. You can buy these at puredarts.co.uk for £22. It's a really nice, sleek, well balanced dart if you're a front gripper. So that's the end of the review. Thanks for watching.